What's going on, guys? It's GBP baby. Welcome back to another video. I hope everybody's doing well, and yeah, let's get straight into things. I want to say apologies for the mic issues that a lot of you brought my attention to yesterday. It was late. I didn't realize I was connected to my laptop mic as opposed to my actual mic. But yeah, not much happened today. Just as I was saying, we pretty much just stayed within the range. Not much movement, just as we anticipated. And my bias pretty much remains the same. So it was interesting to see how we traded down towards this low, but fails to take it out. I do believe that we're engineering in liquidity down here. And then we retraced right back up, where to? This fair value gap, which I drew our attention to in yesterday's video. So I'm still expecting this to provide resistance moving into the new day. I don't really want to see us trade through it, and I would like to think that we can see, price be able to drop down aggressively and take out these relative equal lows that I've been wanting to see get taken. Let's quickly go to the daily. I haven't actually viewed it yet, and you'll see today's price action. A little gap here, but you can see we traded up, hit that, and then again, look how beautiful these relative equal lows are. You can start to see how they're engineering it in. You see this low, this low, this low. There's a reason they're creating this illusion of resistance there. So that still is still significant. And then the fact that we've ran out these highs as well is very interesting to me. So you can see our price just about tapped it. Which is more reason as to why I don't expect price to go much higher than this. We do have a nice 15-minute bearish order block, so I'm happy for price to tap into that if need be. You can see that there's also a 15-minute fair value gap residing above it right here as well. So price can have, I'll be happy for price to rally into that. However, that would be the very highest I want to see price trade for me to remain bearish for this part of the week and wanting to see it take out this south side liquidity below here. So that's how I'm expecting dollars to trade tomorrow. If it gets through this fair value gap, this small one, let's make it red. If it manages to trade through that, then I'll be a little bit concerned, and at that point I'd expect us to run for the buy side above here and start to fill in the gap which I was speaking about. But until that happens, I'm happy to remain bearish and carry on to see downwards delivery and take out these relative equal lows. So let's go to GBP USD. We'll go to the daily, and you can see how we've had some nice expansion to the upside. Here's price action. Again, not much movement, just as anticipated, and it's important that you learn to anticipate days that aren't going to have much movement, because one, you don't need to trade them because they can be very high resistance, and two, it's just more understanding for us to understand how why price is being so fickle and why it's acting this way. So study when prices I advise studying when price is like this, because it will help in the future. But nonetheless, we created a nice swing, and now we have some beautiful relative equal highs up here. So I am still expecting price to be able to rally up into this high. Again, I said this in yesterday's video. I did say I want to see price reach up to this level, so that still remains relevant. Let's go to the 1 hour, and you can see how we came down. Look at how we traded into this breaker: low, high, lower, low, and then we tapped down into it here. We tapped down into it here. Now, don't get me wrong, we are looking awfully weak, and I wouldn't be surprised if price did, consolidate a little bit more around here. It's just ideally, I don't really want to see price drop much more. I want to start to see it provide some more upwards pressure. Let's go to the 5 minute, and yeah, there's not really much in the discount that I'm expecting price to be able to trade to. However, let's consider this: if dollar manages to rally and trade higher than these highs and maybe reach our fair value gap on the 15-minute, pound's obviously going to have to drop in unison with that. So where could it drop to? Well, we do have a 15-minute fair value gap down here in the discount, also coupled with a bullish order block right here. So it is possible that price may want to get down there, and that's fine. So moving into the new day, into Thursday, and we have high impact news. Very interesting. But moving into the new day, if price does want to drop down into that, I'd be happy for that to create the low, and I'd want to see a reversal out of that to then send it higher. But overall, my bias is bullish in wanting to see price reach this high, and then and only then will I be thinking about any type of reversal. But I'm happy to create the low of the day, maybe in London session, or maybe moving towards the early hours of New York. I'm happy for us to fill this fair value gap. Also, considering it is in a discount, so if we look at the current trading range between this low and this high, you can see it's below the 50% level, so price may want to accumulate stops below there to then offset them in the premium, which is where we want to see price trade to anyway. So there's a lot to think about, but overall, yeah, I'll be paying close attention to how price treats this. If we drop below this, so if price manages to trade through it, then and only then would I want to see price run for these lows and these beautiful relative equal lows. Now look at how clean Look at how clean these relative equal lows are. Very clean. So price is going to want to get down there eventually. It's just I don't want to see it do it tomorrow. Ideally, I'd like to see it do it maybe at the end of the week or on the back of a reversal, because I'm not convinced that we've created the high yet, to be honest. I think that we still got some work to do and maybe create the high on Wednesday and then get a midweek reversal. That would be ideal to me, especially if we mark out the Sunday opening. Let's take a look, which is, that's the Monday, and then Sunday is here. So yeah, you see our price has been rallying above the Sunday opening, and think about it, we're still above premium. We're coming in on Wednesday and we're still in the premium. So that means that we can expect price to start dropping as we enter Thursday and Friday. So that is something to consider as well. And this may just be a failure swing, but the fact that we've managed to make it to Wednesday and we've only traded higher means that we've got the whole downside of the candle to create for the weekly candle. So that's why, you know, I'm happy for price to drop, and this is where I want to see it trade to. It's just that I'm thinking it's going to be able to take out this high, but looking at it, maybe it's just going to be a failure swing, especially the way it just avoided it there. But we'll have to wait and see. But generally speaking, if this holds price, then obviously I want to see us trade above here. If we drop below this, then I'm looking for these lows to get ran. It's as simple as that, and we'll keep it as simple as that because it is what it is. And now we're going to finish up on Euro USD. Beautiful price action, tapped into my level here. Just about missed this fair value gap in the premium. Now, to be honest, as much as I'm saying I want to see us carry on to trade higher, the fact that we're failing to take out this high, the fact that we're failing to fill in premium PD arrays is low-key indicative of low prices. So maybe I'm being a bit silly, and maybe it is very well that dollar will start to trade on higher. So we do need to consider this. But nonetheless, let's go to that down to the 4 hour, take a close look at price. You can see how we've seen very high resistance, and again, it's failed to take out this high. So what's that? It could be a failure swing. We can start to look for PD arrays that can help us understand this. Absolutely discuss it in price action. What is this? What is this? So you can see price rallied, ran out stops, and then we dropped. This is very interesting, to be honest. I'm looking at this break and how he taps into that. Yeah, I'm not really liking the look of this, to be honest. Let's look at these highs. So this is buy side liquidity, which has been accumulated, and then that means that if price is going to continue to drop, we need it to offset them below relative equal lows, such as down here. It just seems like such a stretch for this week, but to be honest, based off the way that weeks deliver, again, the fact that we're on Wednesday and we're still on, you know, the sell side of the Sunday opening price, there's no reason we shouldn't expect price to be able to rally. But we need, if it's going to rally, we're going to see some kind of drop anyway, so we need to allow for that. And that's where I guess the inside of this range, this is the gap range, comes in, and then later on in the day, it's likely we might want to see some more expansion. So yeah, that's going to be everything, guys. There's not really much more for me to say. Although originally I started this video saying I want to see price still rally, honestly, it's like I said, it's rare to go into Thursday and us still be rallying. So that's the only thing that's throwing me off right now, the fact that we'd be entering a Thursday and still be rallying. That'd be a little bit confusing. But if that is the case, so let's say dollar does manage to drop lower and keep running lower, that means that Friday is going to do a craziness. And with everything that's going on in the world anyway, a craziness could happen at any moment. But my point is, be careful, be wary, and yeah, I'm not sure. Very interesting. Anyway, that's going to be everything, guys. Thank you so much for watching. A pretty useless video, I'd say, because I'm not really coming to a conclusion here like I usually do. But generally speaking, if this is a failure swing, then price, as soon as it gets below the fair value gap, then it's going to keep running for the rest of the week to the downside. So that is something to consider. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to drop a like, drop a comment, smash subscribe, join the mailing list, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Peace.